Yes friends, as part of this session, let us understand interfaces. Okay, from this session onwards, we are going to discuss and understand about interfaces. Okay, the most important thing to we guys is what? Interfaces only. If you go to any higher technologies of Java. Okay, now let us see what is the definition of this interface. Okay, what is that definition of this interface? Being as a novice person or being as non-technical person, we can give n number of definitions to this. Even if you go for any interview and if you give any definition, definitely they won't get satisfied to your answer. Okay, they want only the code from us. Okay, you have to write a code and you have to show them how does it work. Okay, then only they can be satisfied. Okay, let us see some few definitions which are available to this interface. Okay, the first one is service requirement specification, SRS. Okay, SRS document. It is what? Service requirement specification. Here you have to understand this one a little. Okay, this type, this first type definition is important to you because the same thing, that is you are going to use at JDBC, servlets, JSP, Hibernate, struts, and what is that, Spring and web services. The same thing you are going to use. There you should not feel strange. Okay, you should have the knowledge why we are using this thing, that is the jar files. Okay, to use servlets, you are going to use what? Servlet API. Okay, to use JDBC to connect with the with the database, you are going to use OJDBC jar file. Like that, if you want to run your code by using Hibernate, you have to use Hibernate jar files. And if you want to execute any code related to the Spring, you have to go for Spring jar files. If it is like web services, JAX related things, many things were there right there. So those concepts related jar files you have to use. Why those jar files? Let us understand. Okay, now it is what? A service requirement specification. Okay, service requirement specification. Okay, service requirement specification document. Okay, observe here, requirement specification. What is this specification? Observe here, I am giving you some guidelines, I am giving you some rules, so please follow those rules. That is the meaning of service requirement specification. Specification means that one, someone will impose some guidelines to us. Okay, you have to follow those guidelines. Okay, what is this? Rules or guidelines. Okay, guidelines, understand these things in technical way. Okay, they are having internally their own meaning. We have to understand that meaning, not whatever it appears here. Okay, now let me give one thing to you. Okay, think that this is our Oracle database software, and let it be this one as what? Our MySQL database software. Okay, database software. Think that now this is one of the programmer. Okay, one of the programmer. Okay, who is communicating with this Oracle database to store, to persist the data into this database and retrieve the data or fetch the data. Okay, fetch the data. Observe here, if you are having a little knowledge in Oracle, at Oracle, how you are going to write the commands, how that should be understandable one, in which way to the SQL thing, okay, that is to SQL engine, okay. So queries are not at all related to the Java programming language. This person is a Java developer, okay, developer. He can write only a class, okay, he can write the class and class related properties. What are those? Methods, variables. He know only this thing, okay, he is having only knowledge about these class properties only, okay. But this Oracle database can understand only engine related, that is a structured query language only it can understand, okay, it can understand. But from Java to Oracle database, I want to enable communication and I want to save the data, I want to persist the data for my future use, and I want to retrieve it, think that now the data is coming from Java to Oracle in terms of object, okay, in terms of object, whatever it may be, this object is containing some data, some data. Now observe here carefully, this data which is available in terms of object has to convert into SQL engine understandable format, that is SQL thing, that is structured query language things. In that format it has to get convert. Now observe here, who has to write the code for that one? Whether Java developer or this Oracle providers, who has to write that code? Of course we are recommended to write, okay, you are recommended to write. But luckily you are having one advantage. The persons who are providing Oracle database, they themselves providing the code to convert this object information to the SQL, okay. Internally there will be some code, guys, okay, they are writing that code, okay, they are writing that code, how to convert this object information to the structured query language. Who is providing that code? Database vendors, okay, observe. And database vendor, okay, database vendor. Why they have to provide? You might be having the doubt. Just only simple thing, to attract more number of customers, okay. If the customer itself writing the code to convert object information to the SQL engine understandable format, then he has to take much time, okay. So instead of that one, okay, I will provide which is very common to each and every developer or to each and every customer. I will write that code, no need to worry, you simply send one request to me, I will take care of that one, I will take care of that one. They will convert, observe here, okay, they will convert this object, Java object information to the SQL and SQL engine understandable language. So to do this one we require the code. So who is providing this code? This database vendors only, okay. Code, okay, code related to convert object, that is Java information to SQL engine understandable information, or Java information to SQL info, okay. Who is giving code for this one? This Oracle vendors or database vendors. Why they have to provide this one? Simple thing, to attract more number of customers or to make the process simple. So if this person is coming, he has to write this code, it will take much time. If it is like a database related code means it will take even years to develop the database, guys, okay. And think that he is the first person. Now one more person has come, okay. Now he wants to communicate with the database. Now what he has to do? He has to write the same code. He has to write the same code. Why? To convert Java object information to the SQL engine understandable format. See here, the same code this person is also writing. Okay, this person is also writing. Why you guys are taking much burden? No need to worry. I will provide that implementation to you, okay, which will be common to each and every developer, okay, which will be common to each and every developer. No need to worry, okay, so that your burden is going to reduce and I am going to improve my business, okay. That is the main intention, to provide this code by the vendors, okay. And of course one more thing is what? Writing code, okay. Writing code to database is very complex, guys. You have to be good in algorithms is must here, okay. Algorithms must here to develop the code related to database, okay. So now observe this one, okay. Now here, if you do observe this one, we are talking only about one thing. What is that? How to convert a Java object to the SQL understandable format, okay. Yes, fine, okay. Now observe here, if you are fetching the data, that is you are retrieving the data from database, okay. Now data should get converted from Oracle understandable language or SQL understandable language, okay, understandable language to Java understandable language, right? If you are fetching means, yes, okay, yes. Observe here, even for this also we should have the code, okay. That code also will be provided by this particular vendors only. Getting, guys, okay, by this particular vendors only. Now if you do observe, to convert this SQL information to the Java understandable information, they are writing some piece of code, okay. This code for converting, okay, converting SQL info to Java info, okay. Observe here, okay, Java info. Now they are writing, they are having some code here, they are having some code, and here also they are having some code, and that code, observe here, converting Java info to the SQL info, okay, and converting SQL info to Java info. So that implementation, this code will be in the programming language called Java only. Observe here, these two implementations, okay, will be in the programming language called as what? Java, okay. That is what? Java, okay. Java, okay. So if you want to use, observe here, they will make this code ready-made and they will make that code available to us over internet, okay. Or else if you do install Oracle software, that is database software, these jar files will be available at our local directories. You have to use these jar files, okay, jar files, in order to achieve saving and fetching the data from database. That too you are going to get each and everything at Java side in terms of Java information only, okay. That will be of which type? Java type only. Observe here. So now these guys are developing this code, they are developing this code, okay, they are developing this code, okay. Now definitely I have said to you one thing. So this code will be developed by using a programming language called Java. Why? This person is using Java and he is sending Java object. They should convert into SQL format, and whenever he sends the request to retrieve the data, they should convert SQL data to the Java format. Getting? So here they must use Java programming language only, okay, or some part of other mid-level programming languages. Okay, now observe this part. Okay, observe this part. If it is like Java programming language, if they are writing this code using Java programming language, which elements they have to use, which properties they have to use? Simple. Observe here, they must use classes, abstract classes, interfaces. Yes or no? They must use. If they are writing code in programming language called Java, means they have to use classes, interfaces, abstract classes, enums. Getting? Enums, and whatever the properties applicable within these classes are what? Methods, variables, blocks, all of these things, constructors. They must use all of these things. Observe here, they must use all of these things. Okay, and here also they must write that code by considering what? Classes, abstract classes, interfaces, enums, and the properties are what? Variables, methods. Other one, constructor, blocks. Blocks are very important here. They will have their entire implementation only with static blocks. You can check any driven code, you can take and you can check, friends. Okay, now, and also within the constructor only. Okay, now observe this part. Okay, observe here. So now classes means, observe here, you must write a class one name. Observe here, and if it is like an abstract class one name. Observe here, friends. And if it is like an interface, okay, interface one name. Getting? If it is like a enum, one name. And if it is like a variable, int one name equals to double line. If it is like a string variable, string one name. Getting? Something. Okay, now if it is like a method, if it is like a method, I have to give return type. No issues, I'll give the return type. Observe here, void some method name. Okay, some implementation. Observe here these dashes. Okay, these dashes, friends. Okay, observe here. Okay, these dashes. Okay, these question marks, they have to follow some specifications, some guidelines. That is what our service requirement specification. Observe here, specification means what? Some rules or guidelines. Okay, so these persons are, that is Oracle database vendors, are writing code to give support to the Java developers. Okay, and they are giving that support by using this code. Okay, this code will do what? It will convert Java information to SQL language understandable format, and whenever he is fetching the data from database, they have to convert SQL format data to the Java format. For that they have to write some code here. Okay, some Java related code. Okay, so if it is like Java, means they must and should go for classes, abstract classes, interfaces, enums, and the properties of a class like method names, variables, constructors, blocks. Okay, the same thing here also, they are going to use what? Classes, abstract classes, interfaces, all of these things. Now they have to write the class name. They have to write the class name. Now they are having some dilemma, which name they have to provide. So which name they have to write? Observe here, observe here, observe here. Now they are having some dilemma, some what is that? Some trouble is there. So now between these two persons, one more legend is going to come here. Who is that? Means Sun Microsystem. Okay, Sun Microsystem. Currently it is Oracle. Okay, Oracle acquired Sun Microsystem. Okay,